Hi, my name is Christy Collier. How are you all? Yeah, right, you're going to be answering me right now. But listen, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about, first of all, I should probably introduce myself more than just my name, right? So, I'm a sports mom, and what I do as a sports mom is I help other sports moms eat healthy. I teach them how to pack for tournaments that they go out of town with. I teach them how to take care of themselves because they're super, super busy with their athletes, like I am, traveling all the time and stuff. And so I give tips for the athletes, I give trips for the sports moms, and I give recipes and how to pack, all that kind of stuff, okay? I'm also a nutritionist, and I am an entrepreneur of a fitness wear boutique, and I'm a wannabe world traveler. I'm working on it, okay? And I'm a chocolate addiction person. Can you believe it? Like, I love chocolate. I could have chocolate all the time. Not a good thing. So, I'm going to go on to tell you about a method that I learned, that I'm part of, and how I learned about it, and why I'm part of it. Okay? So, here we go. Have you ever heard of Shailene Johnson? Shailene Johnson, you've had to heard about her. She is on infomercials. She is a fitness trainer. She is the most hilarious person I've probably ever listened to. I listened to her on Snapchat. That's probably when I really got to know her personally. But she does the Shailene Show, which is a podcast, and it's got all different kinds of subjects on it. And then she does Follow Your Tribe. And that's a podcast. She's got a wonderful husband and 2 children, and she is very, very family oriented. She's probably, without me even meeting her, but I'm going to be meeting her in a couple days, but without me even meeting her, the most family oriented person that I've ever seen. And I so respect that. The other thing is, she's probably the most honest person I've ever heard. I mean, like, she is not going to tell you something that is not the truth. She is not going to endorse a product that she doesn't believe in. Okay, so I want to say back in January, maybe December, I'm not really sure, but she went on a trip to Idaho and with some girlfriends, and that's when I started watching her. Like, they were my nighttime Johnny Carson show, except they didn't talk, but you know how hilarious he was? This is how these girls were. They were all like-minded. They were all somehow in the fitness and health lifestyle, and they were all Christians, and it was just so much fun to watch their trip. And each one of them would be on Snapchat at night. And so you kind of got a little bit of different perspective from each one of them. So I'm thinking that that's one of the first times that I actually heard about the 131. Well, no, she didn't say the word 131 method. What she said was she's getting super excited because she's got something that's going to be coming out, but she can't tell us what it is yet. And, you know, she like keeps you hanging there. So anyway, so what happens is it finally got revealed, right? And oh, I felt so sorry for her because she was like, she's worked on this for 2 years, and she and her husband spent in the $50,000 range to do this research with a scientist on foods and other things, but mostly foods, but foods and how much sleep you should get and all that kind of stuff. And the reason this all started, if my memory serves me right, I don't have paper in front of me, I didn't look anything up, this is just a get on here and talk about it things, so I'm winging it, okay? So you can't hold me for every little thing I say. Please don't. Okay, so she was getting to be into her late 40s, close to 50, and she exercises every day, she eats really healthy, keeps her stress level down as much as possible, has a wonderful husband that helps her do all that and run her businesses and so on and so forth. And she's feeling tired, lethargic sometimes, and, you know, just not right. And so she wants to find out why. So she starts doing a little bit of research on her own, and then they decide to get the scientists involved. A lot of it has to do with the foods that we are eating. So, when you get to see the video, which at the end of mine, I'm going to, in the comment, put my link that you can go to listen to her video. I really want you to listen too, okay? You can't get hurt by listening. It's not going to cost you anything, okay? Just a little bit of time. But you're going to see something or hear something that's just absolutely amazing. Because one of the things that we don't think about is, like, we're eating healthy, right? I've been eating healthy for 10 years, at the very least. Mostly all of my life. But in the last 10 years, I started researching myself on cancer and found a lot of foods that cause cancer and foods that can help cancer. So I know what the research is all about, okay? And this is what Shailene was doing, was doing research. And so with the help of the scientists, and probably most of his help, and some doctors, they came up with, and how simple does this sound, that what is good for me, and I'm talking about foods, and even sleep time, but what is good for me in foods may not be good for you. One of the things that I found out when I started doing the study with them is kale. Kale has been listed as a really good health food, right? And even though I didn't like the taste of it, I would mix it up in my salads and I would eat it because it was good for me. Well, I found out that it wasn't good for me because it didn't like my body. That's one of the biggest things you're going to find out is things that other people eat that are healthy for them aren't necessarily healthy for you. That's that leaky gut thing that you might hear about once in a while. And to be honest with you, I never heard of that syndrome until the 1-3 method came out. I'm so glad I did, though. So anyway, as the story goes, I go through this, what was supposed to be like a 2-week program, and I think it ended up being 3 weeks. And, you know, I took my time. I would go back over videos and instructions and so on and so forth. So maybe took me a little bit longer to get through it. But it doesn't matter because, and I don't even know what the price is, and I know it's minimal. And if it was expensive, I would still do it because of the benefits that I got out of it. So I'm going to tell you my benefits, okay? So after the first couple weeks, when I had to write down everything I was eating and what time I went to bed, how much sleep I got, how I felt when I got up the next day, we started coming up with, okay, so she's eating this kind of food every day. So let's take this food out and see what happens. And so I'm not going to tell you everything because I want you to watch a video and I want you to join. But so that's the thing is, you're going to put a little bit of work into it. But oh my gosh, the results that you are going to get are simply amazing. Anyway, they were for me. So what did I get out of it? First of all, when I went into this, I had inflammation. I had arthritis in my hands, very bad. In fact, I couldn't even close them. I couldn't make a fist. I couldn't hold on to things. I was at the point where I was in so much pain that I was taking arthritis Tylenol as soon as I woke up in the morning, and a lot of times in the middle of the night, because the pain was so bad it would wake me up. And I am not a medication person, but literally I would drop things if I didn't take that Tylenol. So that was one of the big things I had. I had bloating all the time. I don't want to say I had a hard time losing weight. My weight did increase after I had my last child, which I was 43, and your metabolism changes, and so you have to take that into consideration. So I lost the weight that I put on when I was pregnant, but then I gained some as I got older, but I was never like thick, heavy, overweight. Okay. Hormones have a whole lot to do with or going through menopause of your metabolism, and I knew that. So we do study that in there too. And so what I found out was hormones were involved, the foods that I was eating were involved, the amount of sleep that I was getting was a big factor. I was sleeping 3.5 to 4.5 hours a night, and that was it. That's drastically changed. And the first thing I learned about was, as far as sleeping, was sleep deprivation and how bad it can be for you. And that was causing me to not be able to think straight, not to be able to remember things, not to be able to concentrate on things. So I got me a Fitbit. It's in this gold thing here. And that tracks my sleep, and then I put my food in there and the amounts of water that I drink every day and my exercise every day. But the biggest deal was I was watching my sleep patterns, and I was waking up 5 to 6 times a night. So we worked on that, and I'm now sleeping around 7 hours a night. And I'll tell you what, I can really tell a big difference when I get my 7 hours versus 4.5 or 5 hours, which is very rare now. Okay, so I just want you to know that I got rid of headaches that I had on a daily basis. They're completely gone. My bloating is completely gone. I've went down a pant size. I do not check the scale, so I don't know how much I weigh, but I don't think that really matters. The bloating went down, which is why my pant size went down. Okay, but get ready for this. I can close my hands, open, close, open, close. They don't get stuck. I don't have any pain. You can't imagine how much pain I had, and my pain is gone. That, to me, was worth every penny that I paid to go on this program, and I'm telling you, it was minimal. So, oh my gosh, you guys, you have to follow me in this journey. You have to become part of your own journey in this. So, I'm supporting others now on their journey, and I would just love for you to join me, okay? You can sign up and you can join my support group by going to the link that I'm going to post in the comments, and I can't wait to see you there, and help me on my mission to end that diet trend right along with Shailene Johnson. Good night, everybody. I hope to see you soon. Maybe I'll even meet you someday. Maybe we'll have this huge convention on the One3One ambassadors. That's why I became an ambassador, because I believe in this method. I don't believe in diets. One more thing. When you hear the word diet, that doesn't necessarily mean lose weight. Diet is just a way of eating. Remember that one. See ya.